I'm here with Paul Statler, and make sure if this is the first time you're coming onto this blog, you go back to the other ones, because we're kind of giving you an overview of what the Statler Stitcher does, and it's really fantastic. I had a deadline for a quilt, and I went over to a Gamel person's house, Diane Schweikert's, and I had no idea. You showed us how to do the angel, and that's really cool, but you can create images on your quilt and then do an all over, and it stops at the lines of the images.
Yes, that's called trimming.
Okay.
Let me demonstrate that to you.
That would be great.
On our screen here we have an overall. This is an edge-to-edge pattern, but right in here is this angel. We do not want to sew over this angel.
Right, so that overall is not going to go like all over it like this. It will stop here. Right?
That's right, and we teach it where it's at by just clicking around this.
I love the sound effect.
Now if we look back at the screen, right here, this was blocked out. It would not sew there. So it would not sew over that angel or an applique, something like that.
So everywhere you would want to stop it, you would take this and then do that little blocking out.
Yes.
Okay.
And to demonstrate another one, I'll just randomly pick something here.
Okay.
An applique. Right here. Now you can go back to your screen. You see there where that is cut out. It would not sew there.
Are you willing to turn on the gas so we can see this? Is it really good to go right now?
We can sew this, start sewing this.
Uh-huh.
All right.
This is really cool.
We're going to...
To me, this was the miracle of the Statler Stitcher. The miracle of the whole thing. I wish I'd had a camera on me when she explained it to me that day. I'm like, you're kidding me. And you can make that all over as big or as little as you want, right?
Yes, you can.
All right.
Yes.
What kind of thread do you have going on in there?
It's a variegated thread, changes colors.
Okay, I want John to come over here. I want to show on the screen. Is this what's showing what's being sewn right up here where the red is? That part there? What's that about?
As it's sewing on the screen, it shows you where it's sewing.
And that's it right there, right?
Correct.
Okay, let's go back to the quilt, John. This is like next to a miracle. How long does it take, Paul, for someone to get really comfortable with this system?
After a couple of days training, most people can run it and do beautiful things. Like this here.
We'll take a look at that at the end. We're going to tease them for that because that is just absolutely beautiful. How do you guys manage your training? If somebody buys one of these machines, does somebody come to their house, or they go to school or classes, or what?
What they do is we have delivery people who delivers the machine and gives them some training that day.
Okay.
On delivery. And then they go to their shop and get 1 or 2 days of training.
Okay. Okay, now this. So my guess is that truly the sky's the limit with this. Like any computer, anything, the more you get into it, the more it's going to give back. True?
Yes, yes.
And honestly, you can go to a Gamel dealer and take lessons, and I guess you just go to the Gamel website, and then that tells you where the dealers are?
Yes.
All right, and last question, when you buy your Gamel, do you have to make the decision that day of whether or not to get the Statler, or can it be added on?
It can be added on later.
On any Gamel? Let's say I got a Gamel 5 years ago.
Yes, it can.
I think this is just great, and I think Gamel's pretty lucky to have you in their camp.
Thank you.
And is your wife, is she happy? Does she have her machine? Does she have the top of the line machine now?
Well, yes,
okay.
Of course. The very latest.
Fantastic. So really, truly, go to your Gamel dealer, check it out, and or if you're at a show, they're really nice people. You don't have to be afraid to come into the booth and get your hands on it and drive, right?
That's right.
Okay, well, thanks so much for watching, and when we come back, we're going to take a look at some of the designs that are out there on the internet, but you may want to stick around and see how it stitches around the angel. And this is just, I want to show this too. This is just great. Who did that? You don't know? You don't know? Okay. But was that digitized too, down?
Yes, yes.
Well,
I love my staff.
I know. Well, Paul, thank you so much, and let's get this thing started and watch it go around the angel, okay? Look, Ma, no hands.
That's right. You ready to cut?
Mm-hmm.